earlier. But tell us about your fitness. You had surgery before Christmas. When are you going to play home and away games?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tom. I had a hip scope just before Christmas. I played a little bit injured at the end of last year, and it probably cost me a little bit this pre-season, so I won't start playing to the early part of the season, probably in the early few rounds, but my body's starting to feel good. I did a 12K session on Saturday before I went to Perth, so I'm starting to feel good and get some momentum.
Good stuff.
Well, it's good to see you went to Perth because your mate Matt Guelfi had this to say a bit earlier, Cale. Hang on, here it comes.
Ask him if he's been home to see his family in Perth, because I don't think he goes back very often. I think he's forgotten about his Perth family, so ask him about that.
That's quite good. I think where that's come from is I was with Guelfi last year, and he's obviously only a young player. He's only recently moved from Perth, and he actually was at the airport and he couldn't remember his address from where he was from. So we had to ring his parents and he had to ask again. So he's only been here for a couple of years. He's already forgotten where he's from.
Had to ring mum and dad and
ask his address.
I love the stories. Wow. We're going to get on the inside. That is now. You won't be forgetting your address anytime soon, because the Hooker family have got a sensational vineyard in the Swan Valley. It's about 45 minutes north of Perth. You've had it for about 15 years. The Hooker Shiraz, I'm told, is sensational.
Bit tart.
A bit tart.
Yeah, that's right. It's a beautiful drop. The Swan Valley is a very strong Shiraz region, and Mum and Dad do a great job. Dad's got a bit of a secret recipe he does with the Shiraz, and I was actually out there yesterday making a Tempranillo, and if you look on my Instagram, he's swirling the Shiraz and doing his secret herbs and spices. So,
well, we'd love to give it a good recommendation, Carl, but we haven't got any here at the moment.
I'll have to send a couple of bottles in. I thought Nat, our media manager, would have been all over that.
He should have been. It's fantastic. Well, the vintages over there in Perth have been fantastic for the last 10 years, really.
Yeah, they have been pretty good. Margaret River is obviously a strong and well-known region, but Swan Valley is up and coming and a little bit underrated, especially with the Reds.
Cale, you made your name as a gun defender and All-Australian in 2014, and John Worsfold's used you forward with your contested marking ability. What are you thinking this year? Is it going to be a bit of both?
I'll have to wait and see a little bit with how the team looks. I think I'm more suited as a defender and more suited for the team and what we need as a defender. I think the reason I went forward a couple of years ago was because we were lacking a little bit of firepower down there, and sort of help mentor and provide some experience out on the ground for Joey and Raz and these sort of guys coming through, Waller, Tip and Woody. But those guys are sort of coming on now where they can hold their own, and we've added some class with Jake Stringer and Sean McKernan coming on, so I think I can settle down in the back line, and I think if all things are going well, I'll be playing good footy down back with those guys and helping set up the team. But if we need, and if the coaches need throughout the year, they can always throw me forward.
Always, it's a drama when there's a rift in a football club, Das, and it breaks my heart to actually put this to Cale, but how do you feel about Tom Bellchambers going out with Olympia Valance and burning you as his wingman?
Well, I think he must have lost my number since he's met. I've hardly heard from him. It's great for him. He's in love. He's got the country house, the love nest, I think you guys have called it, and he couldn't be happier. And I've never seen him running so freely and moving so well. So it might be good for him on the field as well.
But he's dropped off you a bit, Cale. It's often the way when the boys lock into a full-time girlfriend. You haven't seen a lot of him.
You just got to ride out the honeymoon period, I think, and then they'll come back pretty quick.
Have you got onto the app? That app sounds pretty good.
Oh, what's it called? The VIP dating app. Has he shared the gold there with you, Cale?
Well, you guys know the first rule of that app.
No, never talk about it. That's a good sign for Cale. I think he might have just declared that he's on.
He might be freelancing.
No, it's not true.
Raya?
It's not true.
Raya. That's the one we're after. Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very good. Hey, Cale, good luck for season 2020. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Hope it's a big year for the Bombers.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the chat.
Good on you, Cale. Great job.